Hello and welcome to Pack 105, at least the website. If you're here today taking a look at this website or this video, it's probably because you're new to scouting altogether, and you may have received a flyer that your son brought home from school, along with some summer activities as well. This I created this presentation and this video. Actually, I've created this presentation originally because I realized that not everyone has the same type of scouting background as myself, or know a lot about scouting. Scouting is very new to them and to their families. So I am here to help you understand what the costs are involved, when different meeting times are for Pack 105, what is expected of parents, to just kind of go over all of that for you. And so this was a presentation I've been doing for probably about the last 3 years. And this is the first time I'm putting it on video, just so I can go out there and reach some more people. A little bit about myself before we get into the presentation, so you understand my background and my depth of expertise with scouting. I started when I was in second grade with scouting as a Cub Scout. I was a Wolf Scout. Went all the way through Cub Scouts, went on to Boy Scouts, which is now Scouts BSA, and I ended up getting my Eagle Scout, as well as I even stayed on a year afterwards where I could go to a high adventure camp as a junior leader. High adventure camps are older when the boys are over 14, where they get to go hiking out in New Mexico. They get to do boundary waters where they get to canoe, and also they can even go sailing down the Florida Keys. But really what your son is going to get most out of scouting is certain morals and different life lessons that they wouldn't get in sports or necessarily in school. We go through every single year a little bit about proper eating. We also have as well about every year where they go through learning a little bit about their own family's faith on a little deeper level. We also teach them on how to, when they get older, how to properly handle a knife, as well as how to, when they even get even older, like in 5th grade, they learn how to properly handle making a campfire as well. So a lot of different life skills as they will get to do. When they get older, out of Cub Scouts and into Scouting BSA, they have the opportunity to further their leadership abilities. And if they do go on to become an Eagle Scout, they will have to do a service project. And it is a lesson in project management, which even a lot of adults don't have experience with. So it is a great all-around lesson for your son, for youth. We are talking, though, however, about Cub Scouts, which is K5 through 5th grade. Your son may have pulled or brought home a flyer, and he might be in K4. Well, this is spring. School is letting out in about a week. So officially, your K4 will be going up to K5 and be able to enter it. And so that's why your son probably received it as well. People can join Scouts at any time during the year. And so I just want to let you guys know a little bit about scouting. I'm going to go into the presentation now where I show you exactly kind of point by point everything that we have, everything that we do. A little bit about our pack is we are an award-winning pack. We have received the Iron Horse District Pack of the Year Award for the last 2 years. We also have received the Journey to Excellence Award, the Gold Award, which only the top 10% of packs throughout the country even get. And we've received that for the last 4 years, if I'm correct. We might have missed a year in there, but I'd say I know we have 4 of them. We might have skipped over a year there, so excuse me with my memory there. Um, and so we are an active pack. We do a lot of fun stuff. If you do have the flyer, you can see exactly how we have um, summer activities throughout the whole summer as well. So, well, let's get into the presentation now. Hi, welcome new families to Cub Scout Pack 105. We are chartered by St. Vincent Pallotti Catholic Church. St. Vincent Pallotti Catholic Church allows us to have the correct organization uh, the for that is required by the BSA, as well as a meeting place, as well as own all of our equipment that we do use. Uh, I get a few people ask me if they have to be parishioners or church members to join. That is not the case to join the pack at all. Um, the pack is open to all faiths. So, uh, let's get into what is scouting. Well, scouting is a youth serving organization designed to provide opportunities for families to work, play, and have fun together. Uh, it builds many core values. There are 12 points here. There are also 12 points to the Scout Law. They are not the same, but the values are citizenship, compassion, courage, faith, health and fitness, honesty, uh, respect, and even a positive attitude. Um, these core values I usually like to bring up because I believe that every loving parent wants their child to have these values, to grow up and become a valued member of society. Um, and also, too, building a little bit on that, there was actually a study done by Tufts University on scouting, and it was comparing scouting to the a youth being in sports. And they found out something rather interesting. The longer a youth is in scouting versus sports, is that they will have a more empathy. They will also have a much more positive attitude in life. They'll be cheerful and happy, um, and their moral values are much stronger than if they would just do just only sports. So now the mission of the Boy Scouts of America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling them the values of the Scout Oath and Law. This is something that PAC 105, we make sure that we are hitting on this mission with every meeting, with every interaction with every boy, that we are living the Scout Oath and Law. And speaking of the Scout Oath and Law, the Scout Oath is, on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Boys will, at the beginning of every meeting, right after the Pledge of Allegiance, they will repeat the Scout Oath, and they will learn it and learn what it means. As well, at the end of every meeting, they will also recite the Scout Law, and that is, a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. So, Scouting is character building and it's a family welcoming environment. Um, it allows you to go ahead and try new activities, or have the boys try new activities that they might not normally do, even for a little bit. Also allows them to learn new skills. Every year they are to learn about eating healthy. They also learn about helping others, serving others. They also have to learn as well about their own faith. Now, you see on there, I do have, and like I said about own faith. It is your family's faith, whatever that might be. It's an opportunity for them to have a conversation with you to find out more about why it is that you believe in the faith you believe. Also, additionally, on how they can make that grow a little deeper, whether that be through meditation or prayer or even helping others. There are different ways to do that. And in serving others, we have our scouts have helped out through many different ways. They've helped out at the Hunger Task Force farm. They've helped out at the guest house of Milwaukee, making sandwiches. They have also served many meals at the St. Vincent de Paul meal program on both the north and south sides of Milwaukee. I also do have on here selling popcorn. People joke at me saying, why are you putting selling popcorn in here as far as character building? It's really just a fundraising thing. No, it's more than that. Yes, it is fundraising. Yes, that's the main reason why we do it. I'll be perfectly blunt and honest with you. But it is also character development. The boys are working on things such as their charisma. They're working on being honest and trustworthy. They're not trying to swindle people out of money. And so it is a big learning thing. It also helps them create goals for themselves, and to understand how that can, and how working to those things can achieve to pay off. Speaking of achieving, we also talk about earning awards and recognition. Our uniform actually is a little bit of awards and recognition. Adults even can get awards and recognition. The boys do as well. They get it through either badges, belt loops, or activity pins, and they then wear those. And Scouting welcomes all families to participate, especially the parents, in some capacity or another, and for parents to go ahead and build a stronger bond together with their son. So how exactly does this whole scouting thing work? Well, scouting is, with Cub Scouting, it is made into dens. We separate the boys into dens based on their grade level. The dens are usually 6 to 10 boys. They meet about approximately 3 times per month, and they're led by a trained den leader. Every single one of the leaders has a trained patch. That is so that you know that not only did they go through the minimum requirement of youth protection training, where they learn about how to prevent youth abuse, they also have gone through the correct training for the program of scouting to make sure that we are giving your sons the best program possible to them. So, like I said, the dens meet on every single week, with the exception of the weeks of the pack meeting, which is usually the second Friday of the month, from September through May. During the summer, the boys don't meet in dens. We usually just have summer activities at the time. So the dens work on advancement. They make crafts and play games. Working on advancement, sometimes they'll do an outing where they might go to the domes, or they might to learn about horticulture, or they might even go to the Pettit for skating to learn about a new sport. They can also, at those times, too, do it where I talked before about serving others, where they went. I had a few of the groups go down and help out at the Hunger Task Force farm as well. Now, a pack is a group of dens, so that's all the boys together of all the grades together, and they meet once a month. And that is when the boys are rewarded for their accomplishments. Usually every den gets up there. The den leader will tell them tell the rest of the pack what they've been working on, where they've gone, what they've done. It's an opportunity for the younger boys to see what's coming up for them, and it's a chance for the older boys to kind of cheer on their younger boys. And pack meetings are for the whole family. So siblings, everyone is to come for that. Den meetings is really more just about the boys and their parents if they do require an adult partner. But the pack meetings are for the whole family. Den meetings are usually approximately an hour in length, and pack meetings are usually an hour and a half in length, unless, of course, we have a meal in there, then you're talking about 2 hours. Pack activities include the Blue and Gold Dinner, which is every February, which is a giant birthday party for the BSA. The Pinewood Derby, which is where the boys make out a small car and race down a track. The Rain Gutter Regatta, which is a small boat that the boys then use their air to blow the boat down a rain gutter, or we have a special rain gutter track. And of course, we also have camping, lots of camping as well. We go camping 4 times a year, or I should say we try to do 4 times a year. Every so often our spring camping, unfortunately, does get canceled due to thunderstorms, but we still try to make it work. So now advancements. The boys, as I said, we're dividing the dens. The dens are labeled by different animals up through the 3rd grade. Then we have 4th grade and 5th grade. Why the animals? I get asked a lot of times. Well, Baden Powell, the person who started the Scouts, really liked the Jungle Book. So we have things like lions, which is K5, tigers, which is 1st grade, wolves, which is 2nd grade, 3rd grade is bears, 4th is webelos, and 5th is arrow light. Now, I'm making this in the spring right now, this video. So, well, spring, summer. I think schools are letting out in about a week for some of the schools, and your son might have brought home a flyer with our summer activities that are going on. But why they can, so if they're in K4 right now and they're going to be finishing up K4 in a week, or if they're finishing up 1st grade in a week, they are going to be basically a grade up as soon as they finish up that grade. So as soon as they finish K4, they are officially in K5. If they've just finished K5 or they're finishing in a week, they're going to be in 1st grade. So that's just to let you know. So when you sign up, that's the level you'll be signing up as. Now, lions and tigers, the K5 and 1st grades, do require an adult partner at every scouting event. This is partially safety, and also partially because we know that you are usually new parents and you're just trying to get the workings of how all scouting works all together. So an adult partner, though, doesn't necessarily have to be a parent or guardian. It can also be a grandparent. It can be an aunt, an uncle. It can be a family friend, a very close family friend. Basically anyone over the age of 18. I've even had some older cousins, and depending on your family dynamics, I've even had an older brother actually come in there and give a hand. With the adult partner, you're not required to keep the same adult partner through everyone, but we want to have at least a regular adult partner. If something does come up, we will work with you for that one case. Now, all boys 1st grade and up must earn what they call a Bobcat badge when they join Cub Scouts, regardless of age. So, if a boy, say, comes in 4th grade as a Webelo, which is an acronym, by the way, called a Will Be Loyal Scouts, they do have to earn the Bobcat badge as well. They cannot, though, however, go back and earn the bear, wolf, tiger, or lion badge. So that is clear to everyone. Now, meeting times. These are tentative meeting times coming up for September of 2019 into May of 2020. Right now we have the Lions Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6:15. Tigers Tuesdays from 6 to 7. Wolves Thursdays from 6 to 7. Bears Tuesdays from Bears 7:15 to 8:15. And Webelos and Arrow Light are meeting at the same time on Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30. Please note, the Lions are only required to meet twice a month, and pack meetings are the 2nd Friday of the month, starting at 6 p.m. Scouting costs. A lot of people ask me, well, how much does this cost? That sounds great. That sounds fantastic. My son's going to learn how to cook. He's going to learn how to help others. He's going to learn some empathy along the way. What are the costs? The costs are pretty minimal compared to a lot of other sporting and other youth year-long youth programs. The annual pack dues are only $65. They include registration, Boys Life magazine, handbook, and just in case, accidental insurance if there happens to be an accident at any scouting event. Now, the base uniform for the Tigers through Aerolites is approximately $60 to $70 for your uniform for your first time getting it. For the Lions, however, the Lions get a T-shirt, and their T-shirt is included in the $65. They do not, though, get a belt, which they would have to get the belt, which is about $10 to $12. If you are looking for base uniform and want to know what to get, check out my other video. I am creating another video right now. Look for it on exactly what patches you need to get started, as well as great places to look for it and how to find shirts that are inexpensive. We also do have a Class B T-shirt. The Class B T-shirt it's just a T-shirt, and it says Cub Scouts Pack 105 on it. It's a blue T-shirt. And what that's for is it's so if we go on a camping trip or something like that where the boys aren't going to be wearing their uniforms the whole time, that they would be able to wear it at that time to show that they are still part of our pack. We do have fundraising. Popcorn and wreath is our big one we do, and we do that in the fall. We also do have a spring popcorn as well. But our popcorn and wreath sale in the fall is our big fundraiser to offset those scouting costs. With fundraising, we ask every family to try to, or every scout I should say, to try to get to $750 gross of fundraising a year. And what we do to reward them is that anytime they get over $500 gross sales, that we will give them approximately, I think it's 17.5% will go into what we call a scout account. What the scout accounts are is they're a separate account that we keep for your son that they can use for different outings that are not included. So like pack overnights, council events, or say he needs a new uniform shirt because he outgrew it, or say he wants to add a hat to his uniform, or pants or shorts to his uniform, whatever it might be. He would be able to use the money for that. I do have a few scouts that they have gone and they've done popcorn selling many times over, and managed to have a nice sum in there for their scout accounts. Now, the nice thing about the scout accounts is we do allow you to take that money and transfer it over to Troop 105 when the boys do age out or they do cross over when they get their Aero Light. That way, when it comes time for the summer camp, which is right away, the boys would be able to pay for that, as that is usually around $350. Don't worry, that's not until much later, not until the boys are at least 11 years old. But I wanted to let you know that most of our overnights in Cub Scouting for the pack and that are usually around $20, except sometimes we do have a specialty one, like we just went cave camping the other day, where we were, not the other day, it was in April, we went cave camping, exploring through a cave and everything, and that was $65 per person. So I just thought I'd let you know that's what it would be. Now, all den outings are included, so when they go to the Petted as a Den, or if there's any sort of advancement they have to do as part of a den, those outings are included. There's no cost to that. We have a really great group that does a lot of fundraising, so that we don't have to do that for those costs. Now, parent roles. First thing I have to tell you is that all the leaders in Pack 105 are volunteers. Um, I'm a volunteer. I'm not paid at all. All the den leaders are not paid. People on the Pack committee are not paid. We do this because we believe in the mission of the BSA. We also want to make sure that our sons grow up to become very effective members of society. Um, we love the fact that the boys can help out one another and can help out other people. We ask that everyone should help out at one time or another in some way, whether it be cleaning up chairs after events, whether it be getting ready for our Pinewood Derby, or helping out manning some, when we have food, helping out with manning some food, or bringing a dish to pass, whatever it might be. So we need every parent to help the pack in some capacity with our activities at some point. Additionally, all parents should become youth protection trained. Every leader is required to become youth protection trained as a very basic in the BSA. Every leader is. Not everyone, though. Just because you get a youth protection train doesn't mean you get the train patch that I showed you before. That's additional to it. But I still believe that every parent should become youth protection trained so they are aware of the youth protection policies that the BSA has in place. Also, it gives you a chance to see how us as leaders are doing it, and if we are doing something incorrectly, we may have just forgotten or something, but you could also correct us at that time. Safety of the children is very important and very near and dear to my heart, so I always want to make sure that everyone is abiding by the youth protection policies. Now, by you doing this will make the den leader's job a lot easier and increase the boys' enjoyment. Also, if you are going ahead and helping out more into the pack as a parent, your son will see this and see that this is the place to be. This is important to it as well. So remember, Cub Scouting is a family activity. We ask for the whole family to become involved, especially at our pack meetings. Siblings are more than welcome to join into our games. They have a lot of fun with it as well. So now, how can you sign up your son? Well, you can contact me. I'm Brett Cerner. There's my phone number there for you, along with my email address, and I'd be happy to get you a paper application. Or you can go to pack105.org/more information to request a paper application. Or, brand new this year, we have a sign up online by going to pack105.org/signup. And there you will find a little bit of instruction as well as a link where you will be taken to the Be a Scout website, where you will be asked to create an account, and you can go ahead and sign right up there. You will, however, though, be asked for a credit card immediately at that time. Those charges are for the registration in the Boys Life magazine. Make sure you save that receipt so that we can apply it to your $65 pack dues for you. So thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time to find out more about scouting and about Pack 105.